And we're back. Welcome to the last part of Mega Man 4 where we are taking on Dr. Wily's castle. And lots of pipes here, and let's see, there's a lot of water, so I'm guessing Mega Man must have gotten here through Dr. Wily's sewage system. I always thought this place looked like a giant bathroom, and insert Nintendo Capri Sun catchphrase here. But the reason for that is you have a lot of pipes, you have a lot of tiles, and obviously you have a lot of water. So that's probably where that applies. Let's see, I think I want to go this way. Yeah, I just didn't really feel like dealing with that one Metal. Of course, this stage is riddled with Metals, so you do have to navigate across. Oh, damn it! You do have to navigate across a bunch of them. And let's see, I want to get dust back. Yeah, I probably should. And here we are with our water section. And obviously, every Mega Man game has to have this with water and spikes. And you just don't want to jump too high. That's really all there is to this section. And now for the one use of Rush Marine. Usually you can make this jump, but it's just a little bit trickier. So let's just, oh, that was close. Let's just get out of here then. This next part's not too tough. There's a invisible block section that you have to worry about. But that first one's pretty easy. And this one you can just rush jet past. Just like so. And then grappling hook over here. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had enough distance in order to make that jump. So just in case I didn't, I would have at least been able to land on that block. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get rain flush back. So let's just keep going here. And fortunately they do give you plenty of power-ups in Dr. Wily's castle. So you don't really have to worry about starving for either lives or energy tanks. So here we are faced with a giant Metal. And the thing with the giant Metal, it only has a few attacks, but they are pretty tough to deal with. And let's see, the first one is obviously he tries to squish you by jumping on you. And then other Metals come down from the ceiling and then try and hit you. You want to use a ring boomerang on this thing and just land as many hits on it as you can. Let's just keep going here. And that is the end of the giant Metal. I always like using the step back strategy to get rid of some bosses that like to jump on you directly. You know, just to give yourself some more space to work with. And now for stage 2 of Wily's castle. I would probably consider this one or Cossack 2 to be the toughest after the 8 Robot Master stages in this game. And the reason for that is just a lot of instant death hazards you have to worry about. Let's see, what I want to do is get dive here. And just go down. And just take these ladybugs out. And fortunately the ladybugs really aren't that tough to deal with. And I would have gotten that with a balloon, except I already had 9 energy tanks, so no need. Instead, I want to kill some more caterpillars. Let's see, let's get ring here and get rid of this thing. And let's see, there are a lot of tricky things in this stage, and the main thing that is tricky is that you do have to worry about a lot of instant death hazards, as I've said. But also there are a lot of alternate paths that like to trick you, just like this one. Whereas if you just went straight up, that would just be a waste of your time. Or went there from the left. So let's see, what I need to do now is kill more mummies. And this is of course Mega Man tradition of having every enemy in the game in the last castle. So it's glad to see they kept up with that. see, the left path is a little bit easier, but I'm just gonna do this the easy way. And obviously that's to avoid the skulls on wheels, which are really not that big an issue, they just can get in your way sometimes. Actually, wait, I want to charge up first. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I wanted to charge up first just to deal with these guys. Just like so. And fortunately, the enemies here really aren't too tough, it's just where they're placed that can make them a little bit trickier. And time to make some jumps. Let's see, where I'm planning on going with this series next is, obviously I want to do Mega Man 5 pretty soon. And I don't really think that should be too hard, but then again, I haven't played that game in a while, so I might have a trickier time with it. I mean, it's not that, the game is that hard or anything, it's just that that's a lot of people, including myself, least favorite out of the, NES Mega Man games. Let's see, we're up to this boss now, and basically all it is just a sprite that likes to either shoot a bunch of giant orbs at you, or likes to shoot fire at you. You have to hit the green light, which is pretty tricky because the hit detection on it is a little tricky. But overall it's not too bad to deal with, especially when you get on that second platform. So now to Wily 3. And of course, because this is a boss rush stage, you have to have a skull there. Then again, I do the lampshade a lot when I'm talking about Mega Man games, but that's just because they're so absurd and also a lot of fun because of it. Let's see, I do need to get Ring back. I mean, that should be enough. At least I hope that's enough. And let's see, this part's really not too tricky, it's just easy to get caught off guard by crap like that. And let's see, this stage is a little bit like Mega Man 3, where there's a small like section between when you fight the bosses and when you actually get there. And fortunately, well, I do need to come up with the appropriate time to record Mega Man V for Game Boy. I mean, I've already recorded it, I just need to, you know, get a hold of everybody involved and just get to recording it. I mean, I am uploading the videos, and as you probably have seen. But I do want to get that done pretty soon, at least before September. So after that dramatic fall, here we are at the bosses. So let's just go ahead and do this. This one's a lot more random than Mega Man 3 or 2. And they do a good job of mixing it up. I also do like the ground here for Drill Man's part. Let's see, there really isn't anything too interesting to talk about here because, you know, this is the boss rush. I mean, I probably could just speed it up, but then again, these should be short enough. See, I think this next one's Bright Man. At least you get to keep your lime green Mega Man whenever you're going across these things. And let's see, this one shouldn't be too tricky, especially since you don't have to worry about having to aim with a rain flush, which is always a nice thing. Except I just keep jumping into his shots. And also, there is a way you can get yourself killed and then kill him at the same time. It's happened twice before. I can do that with Bright Man fight, and then I can do that again with Ring Man. And there I am trying to get fancy and it doesn't work. Alright, see, what are you gonna do? So let's just keep going here. And fortunately, these guys are pretty short, so you don't have to worry about like having to make tricky jumps over these guys or anything. Let's see, who do I want to fight next? Let's see, this Ringman? Nope, Pharaoh Man. Pharaoh Man's a little bit easier this time around because you don't have to worry about stuff like his different terrain or anything. And you can also just do this with the flash stopper, which is always nice. Let's just jump over you. Just because I don't feel like getting hit here. And all you need is just a steady stream of bullets here. And then you can just take care of them in no time flat. And for those of you wondering, yes, I am using a turbo controller. But then again, I don't really think it matters in this game. And here we are with Ringman, and Ringman is a little bit trickier with a Pharaoh shot, I find, because you do have to not only charge it up, but you also stand still when you're shooting it, unlike with a Mega Buster. But overall, that wasn't too bad. Let's see, Dustman should be here. So with Dustman, you have to worry about just getting in the right range with him. And I'm just screwing this up like crazy here. And again, don't you love it when you're trying to sleep and then there's lawnmowers going off in the other person's yard? That's always a lot of fun. Let's see, I actually meant to go to Dive Man's one next, but whatever, this'll do just fine. Let's just do this the same way. And yeah, unfortunately my commentary's kind of running dry here just because, you know, I mean, I do kind of outline these things, but I mean, with the other games like Little Ninja Brothers, I actually had to script that out more. But with the Mega Man games, I am just winging it, so I'm just trying to come up with stuff here on the spot. Then again, once I'm done with the other Mega Man games, I'll probably just go back to writing things down. You know, just because I find that a lot easier. And also, it is a lot easier just to commentate over. I always felt like, as far as my other Let's Plays go, I always felt that Crazy Castle 3 was probably my worst one commentary-wise. But then again, that was probably a game that could have done without commentary. I mean, not that it was that necessary, but I just decided to do that anyway. But here we are at Wily Machine 1. And with Wily Machine 1, there's one spot you can stand on that he can't hit you. And then after he's done shooting those fireballs, just go up and hit him. Just like so. And of course, because this is a Wily fight, you always have to deal with a second form. And this is one I had a lot of trouble with when I was little, and that was because I tried to use a Mega Buster. And I didn't really know about trying to detonate the drill bombs. Also, fun fact, you can use the rain flush here and then you can kill Dr. Wily, but then it'll lock the game because you can't get out. And I've had that happen to me once in... I mean, I had that happen to me in Battletoads when I won the third rat race, but then the rat doesn't fall down and you can't get out because of it. And after you're done throwing a rage fit, you have to reset the game. I mean, that was on an emulator, but still. So here we are at the last stage of the game, and let's see, this is a pretty short stage, just like Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 before it. And really all this is, or all this first room is for, is to farm for weapon energy in case you end up dying. Because, let's see, with Dr. Wily, the only weapon that works on him is a Pharaoh shot. So let's just charge that up now. And let's see, there are ways you can get hits on him. You can either shoot at him the old-fashioned way, or you can just let the big shot above your head just run into him. And then you can do a lot of damage to him that way too. And the best part about that is you do end up saving on weapon energy. So that's just what I'm trying to do here. Except I missed it. Yeah, you get like a split second between like when he appears and when you get to fire. So it's just a short little window, but you know, you just take your best shot. You don't have to fire recklessly. Or in that case, just run into him. And how that works too. Well, with that, that is the end of Dr. Wily, and that is it for Mega Man 4. I really hope that freaking lawnmower doesn't make it in this commentary. But Dr. Wily did end up conveniently landing near that escape door, so he can get out and then end up blowing up the palace. Or not the palace, the castle. But you get the idea. Although I always found it odd, like how the explosions are skull-shaped. Like, if Dr. Wily wanted to get into fireworks, I'm pretty sure he could have a lot of fun, like, making skull-shaped fireworks. Then again, I don't really know where I'm going with that one. Even though, like, they have improved a lot of firework technology. I mean, they could just do all sorts of weird things with it. Then again, this isn't Super Mario World where you can make a heart firework. But I am really getting off on a tangent. And Mega Man's just taking the train back to the city. I mean, with the train, I guess he likes riding on them better than riding inside them. And personally, I don't blame him. So I should probably give my final thoughts on the game, and this is a very good addition to the classic Mega Man series. It does a lot of the things that 2 and 3 get right, and the first one get right with the whole jumping and shooting idea. They would have some nice problem-solving elements in there too. And then also, let's see, I do like the addition of the Mega Buster, you know, to make things a little bit, or go a little bit quicker. And then the music in this game is kind of hit or miss, as I've mentioned before. But I mean, when they get it right, they really do get it right. And just like Mega Man 2, Dr. Light lives in some kind of countryside. And then here we get to meet whoever designed the Robot Masters. So that's always fun. But getting back to what I was saying before, I guess the Robot Masters weren't really as unique in this game as they were in like 2 and 3. But then again, since this is a Mega Man game, you're kind of expect to have some goofy Robot Masters here and there. But I did find these guys overall to be somewhat generic and a little bit uninteresting. And this game also likes to use a lot of mini-bosses, which does work sometimes, but I mean, in Ringman stages you could have gone without 4 mini-bosses, but I mean, mini-bosses by themselves aren't a bad thing, but you know, just don't overdo it in certain stages. Or if you're gonna have that, you can at least have mini-bosses, or like 1 in every stage, or maybe 2 in every stage most. I mean, if you ask me, I think Mega Man 10 got it right when it comes to mini-bosses. Well, either that or 9. You know, one of those two. So now we get a credits roll, which is always fun. I also do like this rendition of Mega Man 2 theme, or of the Mega Man 2 theme. And the instruments here were definitely different than in 2 and 3. But then again, this was 1991, so this was the later NES years. And that's when they were able to figure out like what they were able to do with the NES. So Eddie comes by and just lets us know who made this fantastic game. Well, with that, that is the end of the Mega Man 4 Let's Play. I'm going to be getting to 5 pretty soon. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in Mega Man 5.